What's up, guys? So we're just gonna do a day in the life of what we normally do here in Brave Exvius, and it's just really simple. So we're doing the Grand Gaia Chronicles right now, and we're looking for a Elza friend. If we don't get an Elza friend in here, we're gonna go ahead and go back, click on the world, and then go do some TM farming until we get an Elza friend. And this is my entire routine here currently in Brave Frontier, currently in Brave Exvius. So this is our TM farming party right here. I made a little bit of a mistake a few days ago. I was farming all Ludmills, and then I fused 3 of them together, figuring that I had enough on the Trust Masteries once they fuse together, but I forgot that you don't get 15% when you fuse 3 together, you only get 10%, so I was actually 5% short. So I have one lead mill in here that is at like 97% right now, and he's slowly but surely inching his way up there, which I shouldn't have fused a few days ago. I should have let those units farm up just a little bit more, and you're going to see here that we have this guy who's very close to being 100%, so 97.9, and then we're leveling up an arc as well. We also have another arc. I believe we might have 2 more arcs waiting to be TM farmed. And then, yeah, that's what we're doing here. So, going right back in here, seeing if we get an Elza friend. If we get an Elza friend, yep, we got an Elza friend. It really doesn't matter what kind of power Elza has there. As long as Elza is a 6-star, she will have her Ravaging Blow. And then we'll go right into the Grand Gaia Chronicles, and we'll be able to tear this up with our Elza friend, getting a bonus as well. And then using our Carl and Syria. And we're also slowly but surely training Arifia up. Arifia is not at 100 right now. She's only at like 94. And that really hurts us in the PvP arena, because she cannot use her Raise ability, which will kill Cloud of Darkness in one shot. And so we're having a lot of trouble with Cloud of Darkness in the PvP arena. He just stays alive a lot longer than he should because he's not a human, so he doesn't take big damage from our Cloud of Darkness. And then if there's a Cecil and Cloud of Darkness, the Cecil generally will guard, and we'll have Cecil and Cloud of Darkness on there, and the arena battles will end up going to like 8 or 9 turns. Sometimes we've even timed out and had a 10 match, and thankfully it's not a draw. So thankfully, if you haven't done this ever before, if you go all the way to the end in the PvP arena, it's whoever I think killed the most units. So if you're like up 4 against 2, you should win the PvP arena. I believe that's how it works. I don't know how it happens if you go like you have 3 guys alive and your opponent has 3 guys alive, but I do know that it doesn't give you an automatic loss if you don't kill your opponent in 10 turns, which is really cool, because there's been some times there's just like war of attrition where the Cecil just keeps protecting everyone and I can't kill them, but I've got him down to like 2 or 1 unit, and I'm like, I lost this fight. And so I didn't even realize it until recently that going all the way 10 battles does not guarantee that you lost in the arena. So it's either whoever did the most deaths, whoever killed the most heroes, or damage or something. I think the heroes is the most important. Don't know for sure on that. We did find out the ratios are how your score compares to your opponent's score. And you do get a decent chunk of points. You can get all the way up to 150 points base in the arena. And then with your winning streak bonus, you get plus 19, it looks like, is the highest. So you can get a total of 169 arena points for a match. But fighting those people that have 150 points, generally you're going to lose, I've found out, because they have a lot of 6-star units. And if you fight a 6-star squad that has Lightning, and then, or Ludmill, or not Lightning, or Luneth, and they get the correct moves, because they're going to attack twice with their dual wield. They get the correct moves that do a lot of damage, AoE damage, to your party. They can wipe out 2 to 3 units. So 2 to 3 units if things line up for them, and that's really bad. If they take out 2 to 3 units on the first turn, you're kind of dead. There's nothing you can really do because most likely they're going to have the Cecil in there as well. Or if not, they still just have a Lightning and a Luneth, which have 4,000/5,000 HP. They hit very hard, and you're in trouble. So pretty much you need to go first against those squads, or hope that the AI doesn't use the good moves. And the AI is a little bit smarter than we initially thought on these guys. So again, we're just going to jump back in here and see if we have another. Yep, we have another Elsa. And we're just going to go and continuously run this. And so that's what we're using on our energy. That's the squad, the setup that we're doing. Like I said, we're using this to level up Arifia. And then we got the Brave Frontier units in here to just give us bonus, just in case we get those Metal Gods. And there's a secret that if you want to know if you got the Metal Gods, you just click on Menu. And you'll see up here 1 of 3. If you get Metal Gods, that means you're going to get 4 battles. So we know that we did not get Metal Gods in this fight, in this match, which is a sad day. Most of your karma is going to come from the Metal God. So each Metal God is 1,000 karma. And when you have bonuses like this, so we get 250% increase in karma. So if we get 1 Metal God, we're not only going to get his 1,000 karma, but we're also going to get an additional 2,500 karma. And we'll show you what kind of karma that we have after this battle, how much we've accumulated, and then what we're going to go and pick up. Because we're still, even though we have these friends units that are Brave Frontier, we're not going to get enough karma to get everything in this event. This event is a really, really bad event. You don't get a lot of the event material. You don't get a lot of the karma. And it's all about this luck on getting the Metal Gods and then bringing these Brave Frontier units into the battles. Sadly, this is kind of how it's going to go for most of the events in the future. The drop rates may not be as bad, but you're definitely going to see bonuses on event units. So they're going to encourage you to summon units to get the bonus drop rates. So hopefully you stocked up on your 6-star materials from the last Halloween event. That one had a lot of great event item drop rate. And on that downside is you may not want to upgrade every 6-star hero if you don't have a surplus of those materials, because you might run out sooner rather than later, especially if you're not farming like crazy. Every event you can get some really cheap 6-star materials, so they do have a stack of 20 of them up very cheap, and those you should always buy. It looks like they're going to be 160 event material every time for one. So a stack of 20 will cost you 3,200 event material, and I believe there's 5 or 6 of those materials that you're definitely going to want. So you're going to want to always at least farm 20,000+ of the event material. And again, we'll show you this just a second. So I love Elsa. Elsa's amazing, and so sad that we didn't get an Elsa in our pools. Probably not going to do any more summoning, because again, we are going to save our Lappies. The Lappies we're going to use for special bundles that could potentially be coming out. We've already heard rumors that there's going to be a Black Friday bundle that is going to be okay. It's not going to be amazing like some of the stuff that the Japanese people got. But hey, if they're bringing out a Black Friday bundle, that means they're probably going to bring out a holiday Christmas bundle or a New Year's bundle, because that's when they bring them out in Japan. So let's go into the far plane and show off the event rewards here. So you click on the King Mong, and this is where you turn in all of your event materials. So all your karma right now, he takes all the event materials and he gives you some great rewards. First off, we bought the Metal Gigantars because you definitely need experience, and these are probably the best thing to buy in game. Unless you have all your units maxed out, you still probably want to buy them because you're going to get new units in the future, and experience is a little bit harder to get rather than just buying those Metal Gigantars. Next up, you're going to probably want to buy all of the basic 6-star materials here. So let's go ahead and grab these guys. These are the ones that are 160 event material each. They've been like this in every single event. You've been able to purchase 20 of them for a discounted rate, and definitely grab these. Even if you don't have a current 6-star unit right now, You will probably get some in the future because more units are going to get their 6-star evolution. They're going to be releasing a whole bunch more, and you can see now these guys go up to 540. So a huge increase in price there. And I don't recommend buying the 540 ones. There's better items to buy besides those 540 guys. Let's show you what else I think you should buy in here. If you also are needing these 5-star evolution materials, these are a great thing to pick up because they're very rare and they cost a lot of energy to run the mission. I believe it's 18 energy to run that mission. And yeah, you're going to get, for 18 energy, if you run this event, you're going to get a lot more of these karma than you would if you run the vortex, and you'll be able to pick and choose which evolution material that you want. So next up, you definitely want to grab the summons tickets. Summons tickets are really cheap for how much you get out of them. So 2 summons tickets for 1,000 karma right now. Awesome. And then you got a little bit more expensive. You get 3 tickets here for 3,000 karma. Still a great value. Then you have 2 more tickets for 3,000 karma each, getting a little bit more pricey. And if you haven't done a lot of farming, you probably want to hold off on the 6,000 karma ones right there, because those are fairly pricey. And then next up, especially if you got an Elsa, you definitely want to buy the Tablet of Rune right here. This Tablet of Rune will boost Elsa's attack by 20% and also fill the limit break faster. Very, very good item right there to pick up. Next up, you have some weapons. So if you're in need of a weapon, and this is also an elemental weapon, this is a fire sword right here. It's a decent sword for 76 attack with fire elemental on it already. So you can go and grab that. The HP plus 15 is also pretty good for 15,000. The axe right here, not that great, but it does have ice elemental. So if you're in need of weapon, you can pick these guys up, because the axe is only 3,000 karma, which is pretty cheap. And then one of the other things that I always recommend grabbing is the star quartz. Star quartz are used for, right now, like accessories. So it's called an earring. The earring gives 20% mag bonus. And that's currently the best accessory in the game right now for Magi users. So definitely grabbing all of the star quartz is something that I highly recommend. And at this point, you can see we have everything else. So we're going to go ahead and buy up these new summons tickets because we don't really need anything else. The weapons are okay. And it's just kind of based on what you personally need at this point. So if you need weapons, grab the weapons. These are great for new starting out players. If you're a newish player, I would grab the weapons first, because these are going to be a lot stronger than what you're currently using for weapons. If you're a little bit more established player and you've been playing the game for a lot longer, you probably have some better weapons and you're okay in that selection. You should probably grab the summons tickets there. And then after that, you got these other material mantras, and the boost HP by 10%, attack and mag by 5%. That's a decent one. So this guy, it's a decent piece of equipment that you can grab. And then I do like the HP plus 15. So those two are the next things that I'm going to recommend there. And there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. This is kind of like a day in the life here of me playing Brave Exvius. We'll say that right this time. It's so funny because Brave Frontier and Brave Exvius are very, very similar. They're both made by Gummy. And since we're doing the Brave Frontier banner, you kind of got Brave Frontier on the mind, so you say that word a lot more often. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We will be doing a massive giveaway coming up when we hit 10,000 subscribers. So we'll be talking more about that in the coming days and weeks. So make sure that you stay here. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell your friends about the channel, because you don't want to miss out on that giveaway that we'll be doing once we hit 10,000 subscribers. So thank you, guys. I will talk to you later.